Block M slides down on a frictionless incline as shown. Find the minimum friction coefficient so that the M does not slide over capital M. Okay. Now first of all, let us start this sum with the frictionless incline. If I take this frictionless incline and small m does not slide over capital M, suppose it remains rigid, okay, suppose it remains fixed. So let us calculate the acceleration of mass m. The acceleration of the mass m in this direction will be equal to g sine 37, because there is no friction force over here and this part, this entire setup or this entire part is fixed. Okay. So now over here the acceleration of capital M is equal to g sine 37. So the small m will also have an acceleration, that is g sine 37 in the in this direction, in the same direction as that of capital M, because it is given that the small mass does not slide with respect to capital mass. This will happen only if both these masses have the same acceleration. Okay, this will happen only when both the masses have the same acceleration. So let us mark out the forces on small m. There will be normal force due to the contact in the vertically upward direction. There will be mg in the downward direction. There will be friction force. Now if there is no friction force, the small m will slide towards the left, so the friction force should act in this direction. The resultant force acts in this direction. If I draw the free body diagram separately, the free body diagram of small m will look somewhat like this. The normal force in upward direction, mg in the downward direction, the friction force in this direction, the resultant force in this direction. Okay, this is the resultant force, which is equal to mg sine 37, because the resultant acceleration is equal to g sine 37. So resultant force is in this direction. So I have to resolve now the forces in terms of resultant force. So now if this is n, so first of all let us resolve the mg. This will be mg cos 37, this will be mg sine 37. Okay, this will be equal to n cos 37 and this will be equal to n sine 37. Okay, sine 37, the frictional force in this direction will be equal to f sine 37, and in the vertical downward direction it will be equal to f cos 37. Okay, these are the basic this is the basic conversion of the frictional force and everything. Okay, so now let us proceed with this part. Now the total upward force should be equal to total downward force, that is n cos 37 should be equal to n cos 37 should be equal plus f sine 37 should be equal to mg cos 37. Okay, should be equal to mg cos 37. Let this be the first equation. Okay, let us see the second equation. Mg sine 37 acts in this direction, f cos 37 acts in this direction, n sine 37 acts in the opposite direction. So mg sine 37 plus f mg sine 37 plus f cos 37 minus n sine 37 will be equal to what is the resultant force? Resultant force is mg sine 37. Okay, resultant force is mg sine 37. So mg sine 37 and mg sine 37 will get cancelled out from both the sides. So it will be equal to f cos 37 will be equal to n sine 37. Now it is a very simple question. So now over here f can be written as mu times n cos 37 will be equal to n sine 37. N and n will get cancelled out. So basically mu will be equal to tan 37. So mu is equal to 3 by 4. We got the value of the friction force. Now this is the minimum friction that should add, so such that the small m does not slip on the capital M.